Welcome to The Watching Dead, the officially unofficial podcast for The Walking Dead on AMC. I'm Jim.
I'm Aaron.
And today we're talking about Season 11, Episode 11, Rogue Element. Aaron, this is rarefied air here. I'm not sure. I can't imagine another live-action show that will actually get to Season 11, Episode 11 on.
Yeah.
TV seems to be trending the other way. Walking Dead doing their own thing and putting out more content than anyone really ever wanted. What do you think about this episode?
Yeah, it's like a video game. Eugene Porter, Rogue Element. You know what?
Like a Tom Clancy
goofy as. Yeah, this is goofy as, and that's the thing. I didn't call him writing science fiction. I thought he's going to be doing military history or some shit. But
yeah,
you know what? You've done 11 seasons and 11 episodes. Let's do some goofy genre episodes. Let's do a neo-noir, hard-boiled detective story involving a man who looks like a hard-boiled egg. Let's do. I want a musical. I want a musical, like a West Side Story musical starring Princess and Mercer.
Yep.
I want a Kill Bill style revenge flick starring Rosita.
Okay.
Where she's wearing a tracksuit and just murdering all kinds of, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why not?
Yeah. I do want a series of YouTube survivalist videos starring Daryl Dixon, of course.
I was watching this thing, this show, and you remember all the brouhaha about Decoy Stefanoy, Decoy Stefanoy, and Real Stephanie?
Sure.
You know, and how The Walking Dead, like, oh, they goofed and they revealed it and blah, 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 all this twist and stuff. It's been so long since we discussed that, and I've seen the quote-unquote Decoy Stephanie be the, like, chief of staff for the governor lady, and I'm like, have they lost the plot? Was this like a fake spoiler? Like, did Angela Kang like, well, they were on to us, we got to completely reverse tack so that we don't. But then at the end of this, Decoy Stephanie, I guess the real Stephanie, decloaks and reveals herself, and I'm like,
that's the thing.
I'm like, I didn't know what to make of it. I
mean, I know what to make of it. It's all a waste of time. Like that's the thing. I felt like we had already been over this, and this is just treading ground that everybody is already so familiar with. And then that's my primary complaint with this, because it's incredibly stupid. Yeah. Like, this whole episode is dumb. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
And then Eugene's like, you pulled one over on me, and he's so angry. Like, and and he lays everything out. I hate it. Absolutely hated that scene. But the fact that we already know everything that's going on here, and Eugene is so stupid, he can't follow it, and he's got to go through the motions here to figure it all out. It felt like a waste of time to me.
Well, especially since, like, make no mistake, Eugene's behavior in this episode is insane.
Oh my God.
In every other context than a giant government conspiracy to hide your girlfriend from you.
Uh-huh.
Like, he is an insane, the worst kind of stalker that would scare women. The only reason he isn't is because he's fucking right. And
because we know that, right? Like,
yeah. And then it's like, what's funny, it's like, okay, so like, he's bereft, you know, he thought he had this thing, you know, he fell in love and this, you know, and he's burning his novel, and then the real Stephanie, and it turns out that she's just, I mean, subjectively hotter, Stephanie, like, what? And what's really funny is I have the theory that this is the Commonwealth is doing it to him again.
Dude, why wouldn't he think that? If next episode we don't come back and do that, they failed in their one job.
Yeah, he can't just completely trust her, right?
No,
he's got to be a little bit like keeping her at arm's length, because if not, like, it's like I want this to happen at the end of every at the end of every mini season, like, you know, and then like a third even hotter Stephanie will be like, hey, doodle or potato bug, and he just he's the endless sucker. He is the everlasting gobstopper that Hornsby can just suck and wallow around his mouth and just get through layer and layer and layer after this guy. I don't know. It's really funny. It's really funny and tragic.
I've got a suggestion for you, Eugene. Go out there and make a relationship on your own terms. Don't wait for the relationship to come to you. Go out there and look. Go out there and look, because the relationships that are finding you are not ideal, let's say. Not ideal.
Yeah, now you might have to compromise on some things. You might have to lose the leather braided ponytail.
Lead. Yeah.
you might have to stop wearing socks to bed. You know, there's some easy tweaks. There's some easy tweaks, man, if you want to get out there and hit the Commonwealth dating market. You know, or hold true to your leather bound ponytail self and
sure
see where that takes you. You know, that's a strong flavor, but there's probably some people out there to smack their lips and I don't know in a post apocalypse with a town of like 10,000 if you're going to find it. But
yeah, the dating pool is pretty shallow. For sure.
It is.
I don't know. I strongly dislike this episode, but I can see why some people might like it because it's silly. Boy, it's silly.
It's fun. It feels like The Walking Dead has really taken a step back from, you know, where we were really singing its praises in 9 and parts of 10 till the last couple episodes of 10. What did you think about the decision? And I think I don't think this is a mistake. I think this is a decision to not subtitle Connie and Kelly's dialogue. Because it is subtitled. It's subtitled helpfully, speaking in American Sign Language.
Wait. No, they subtitled it. Did you get an episode where you didn't understand anything they were saying?
Yes. I watched this on AMC Plus through Amazon, and those scenes were not subtitled. I have subtitles turned on, and there was no subtitles.
So, oh boy, this should be a fun podcast.
I thought this was some kind of, and I'm like, this seems insulting because, like, on one hand, it's like, well, it's kind of maybe it's like a challenge that, like, well, these are so expressive, and you kind of know what's going on and all that kind of stuff. But I'm I don't know.
I might have to change my tack on these recaps. I'm gonna have you explain what you think is going on in the scene.
Okay, we can play that game. Sure.
Holy shit.
So you had subtitles?
So I watched it on Apple TV with AMC Plus, and they didn't have, you know, the typical black and white subtitle bars that you think of, but they did have text.
They're like in the
over.
episode. Oh my God. They're actually in the episode and Amazon
the episode proper.
AMC Plus through Amazon doesn't have that.
How is that possible?
As of Thursday morning, 11:30, you know, or 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I don't know, man.
Before the episode officially releases, because it's still early release on AMC Plus.
Oh yeah. I feel a lot better because I'm like, I don't know about this. This seems kind of condescending or like, God. You know.
In an episode full of bold choices, that would be the boldest.
But that's the thing. It's like, is it crazy or is it just The Walking Dead? Like, are they making a point about something? Are they, you know, are they saying something? That's the thing. It's like, I try really hard not to just knee jerk react against stuff because who the fuck knows, especially on things I don't know anything about, like the deaf culture and American Sign Language. But I did think it was an interesting choice.
Man, I guess you're glad for Kelly being there then, because she's saying most of what Connie is trying to communicate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, well, maybe the point is, like, I don't know what the point is, but I was trying to come up with theories about, like, well, what are they trying to say about, because I know that there is a little bit of advocacy going on. You know, Kelly has now got visible hearing aids. You know, Angel Theory went through a real life progressive hearing loss during her time to get, and she's talked about that. We talked about this on the podcast. So it's like, it wasn't beyond the realm of like, well, they're trying to make a point about, you know, deaf culture and maybe we should take more stabs at learning. I don't know. But all right. Turns out none of that. Just fucking Bezos. Bezos is fucking with me again. He personally authorized the elimination of the advanced copy subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how all that shakes out with Connie at the newspaper and I guess Carol at the opioid farms.
They are just really wide-ranging in their social commentary.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there. Maybe we should get into the recap now.
Maybe we should.
All right, first let's take a quick break. All right, we start with Eugene waking up next to fake Stephanie, who's reading his half-finished sci-fi novel. He gives her the key to his apartment and tells her that he loves her, and she reciprocates that. And then later that day, Eugene nervously awaits his date with Stephanie, but she never shows up. And that night, he breaks into her apartment building, knocks on her door, but she doesn't answer.
Man, there's a lot to say here. Eugene wakes up next to Stephanie. He's wearing a KC World's Best Barbecue t-shirt, gym socks. What's your stance on wearing socks to bed?
If it's cold, do it. I don't have a problem with that.
Does it seem cold? Like, I feel like Eugene's the type of guy who just never takes off. He just is like a never nude, but with feet.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I don't know if that's a that's not a problem. I don't think anything that Eugene's doing is a problem. It's just like you keep on adding things, and it's just like that's a strange collection of personal affect.
Well, let's
I wonder if the writing room, every time they have a scene with Eugene, they have a bet that they can make him like weirder.
Yeah,
like let's give him this like cowboy hat, leather fedora. Let's add a couple feathers to it. Let's give him a braid. Now let's braid some it's like, well, he's not gonna be wearing pants in this episode. You know what? He should be wearing gym socks. Eugene's the type of guy that sleeps and goes to bed with a woman in gym socks. It's not bad, but it's weird. Like, did they just like brainstorm?
They must have. Do you think they slept together? Like, not sleep, if you know what I mean. Are they getting busy?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah, she's like treating this assignment like a 00 agent. Like, she is like deep undercover.
I feel bad for her. I
feel bad for both of them, because that's the thing. It's like, if you think Eugene,
for her, but okay.
If you think Eugene is the world's best barbecue, then dig in. But if you don't, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's too much. So yeah, like I feel bad for Eugene. I feel bad for decoy Stephanie. And man, Princess is so fucking solid in this episode. So he reviews the situation with Stephanie. He's, almost worried that it's going well. I don't think he's gotten this far in a relationship before. It seems like that's the what I'm getting from him. And she's like, if someone tells you to love you, just believe them. It's great advice. It's great advice. You shouldn't go through. You'll be wrong, and people will fool you and trick you, but you'll be fine. It's better to that than to go through life like doubting the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, I guess like in the early goings, I get Eugene. He's like worried they were supposed to meet up. She ditched him. Not answering the door. It's strange behavior. So I'm kind of on his side at this point. But
yeah. I mean, I don't know about like sneaking into the apartment building. Like, if she's not responding there, it's iffy. That's iffy.
Well, yeah, for sure. Do you think that I also love like when they go to the other side of the door in context? Stephanie frantically packing, just like packing like her life depends, while Eugene's banging on the other door. It's just really funny. Because the other thing is, why didn't she do this while he was waiting for her on the date?
Yeah,
this
is ridiculous. The timing of this does not work out at all.
She just sat on the couch, like smoking a bowl and watching, binge watching something on television. And then, Eugene starts banging on her door. She's like, "Oh my God." And she just goes and starts just throwing clothes. It was really funny.
Maybe the whole day she had like, this crisis of like, I can't do this. And she's telling Lance like, it's too much. This guy, you haven't seen this guy. He sleeps in gym socks, for God's sake. I can't do this, Lance. He's trying to talk her into it.
It's the best book I've ever read. I can't quit now. Mr. Hornsby. I got to see how it finishes. Just 3 more chapters, man.
Going the other way. But that's the other thing we didn't talk about, is this stupid sci-fi novel is probably bad. I don't know. We'll see.
Is it? I mean, because why would Hornsby tell the truth? It's actually how much interesting crossover there is at this aspect of the episode in like the Severance show that we're watching.
Severance?
It's like, yeah. There's like so much. There's some psychological, diabolical shit that's going on here with Hornsby.
Some gaslighting for sure.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I can't imagine this book being good. And Hornsby has every reason to lie to him. Especially when he's sitting in the new Stephanie. Like, the new Stephanie will like your book. Don't worry.
Yeah, I thought that I was just thinking, like, yeah, what is the dialogue in this book like?
Oh my God.
You see how Eugene speaks.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, he's probably like, oh, man, I wish I could have had that one back. I could have added a couple more hornswoggles and flibberty gibbets to it. Right. So, like, you just got the purple Eugene prose throbbing off the page.
Oh, yeah. I
don't know, but she seemed like it was a real page-turner. Because I don't understand... Yeah, like, we'll get... I don't want to spoil my commentary for the later parts of the episode. So let us wait for it to be in context.
Sure. All right, let's move on to Connie, thinking there's more to Tyler Davis's story than the officials are letting on, but her editor at the newspaper is not interested in following up on the story.
Okay. Just conceptually, who are these fucking Alexandria people that they're getting to, like, have multifaceted, multidimensional muckraking adventures within the button-down Commonwealth? Like... Why haven't they been disappeared already? They got what they like. I wish I understood the whole what they're trying to do with rebuilding Alexandria or annexing Alexandria or turning Alexandria into a heroin farm or whatever dastardly plot, because it doesn't make sense that these guys are allowed to go around and do so much crazy shit with this tightly controlled society. It's like what's the deal? Yeah. They don't want to lose all of the Alexandrians at once?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like my feeling on it is they just don't have, like, the skill sets within their communities that they're looking for. And so, like, Connie with a journalism skill set is put into place and allowed free reign. But, like...
The totalitarian regime.
Right, the opposite of what you'd want to do. Like, you'd want to put somebody without experience in that position, right? Because they can write. They just, they're not going to have the investigative experience that Connie does. So that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining, like, Hornsby and, what's the governor's lady's name? Milton is sitting there, and they got, like, a laundry list of needs. Like, hey, we need a diesel mechanic because our generators are breaking down, and, cardiac surgeon, and investigative. We don't have an investigative journalist. We really want someone nosy and inquisitive, just poking around and just rooting through our shit. We haven't had one of those since the fall, really, and it's been going... What?
Looking for a challenge, I guess, like... I need an adversary. Who could do that?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, it makes sense that she gets sword in that job, but the second she starts asking questions and not backing down, like, I just feel like...
It would make more sense if they were trying to keep her out of the newspaper role, right? And she kept, like, pushing as a civilian, as just someone who's not on the reporting team.
Which I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're going to, like... Connie and Eugene and a few others are going to form the world's largest bloodhound gang. Mm-hmm. They're going to Encyclopedia Brown this shit. And then you're going to have people like, it seems like Rosita's fully co-opted. Daryl, surprisingly, fully co-opted. You're going to have this, like, civil war. I'm starting to see this kind of civil war shape about the people who want to just take the dole, keep their heads down, and keep succeeding versus the ones where this isn't working for whatever reason.
You think we're headed toward, like, a governor-esque reveal where, Milton has, like, heads in tanks and shit or something?
I don't think
horrific?
She's insane.
Okay.
No, I just think she's corrupt and power hungry and, wants to reinstitute a situation, because that's probably sucked for her for a while, running through the woods screaming. She wants to set up a situation where she just gets to make big decisions and everybody from the bottom up takes care of her and caters to her whims, it seems.
Yeah. We'll talk about it more, but I'm interested how Mercer's going to connect with that. I think that could be the most interesting angle of this story.
It seems like they're shaping him up to be an ally.
Yeah. All right. Eugene goes to Stephanie's job, but she didn't show up that morning, according to her replacement. This is where, you start to lean towards stalker here, Eugene. Couldn't find her at home. I guess, you go to her job, you ask, but...
I mean, they've been together for a month, I guess. Like, if they just up and disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I guess how do you end the search here, right? Like I feel him, but also
it's also in the post-apocalypse, like
there's a
people
line.
going. I thought the other thing that they did kind of fucko in this episode is it would be a big deal for someone to disappear in the zombie apocalypse. Like if you lived in a big city like, you know, Chicago, even Indianapolis, and you're dating someone for a couple of months and you say you love them and give them a key out of nowhere and they just ghost the next day. I'm not saying that wouldn't hurt and sting, but it definitely happens. Like Princess was saying, that shit happens. You know, people are broken. They can't figure shit out. They're afraid of attachment. What things got too real. They couldn't deal with your crying fucking boiled egg face in their business. But like in this situation where it's like this is the last city in North America, and outside everywhere is the dead zone, and you know, or
she's gonna move 4 blocks over. Like what?
Yeah, it's it's a little bit more. I'm willing to give a little bit more leeway.
I mean, how many ice cream shops could they possibly have in this place, right? You just hang around the ice cream shop. She loves that rocky road. You're going to end up running into her eventually.
But she doesn't. She hates Rocky Road, and
But as far as he knows,
she loves science fiction. Road. Fucking can't stand ice cream. Weird lady.
Yeah. All right, Rosita. Nope. Connie. Skipped a scene. Decides to try and interview Tyler Davis herself, so she goes to the hospital, but she is turned away by Mercer and his troopers.
And then thing, like, you think that Mercer's there, like, doing some dirty shit. Like, he's, beating the fuck out of Davis or interrogating him or whatever. And they kind of flip the script on us on that. But Mercer looks, he's among the most menacing guys I've seen on television of late.
No, his mohawk, his stature, he's
just
a big dude.
Yeah, and plus he just has got the like death glare.
Yeah,
like he fires that thing off and it withers.
And his red armor,
yeah,
it's helping.
And his red armor's cool. Yeah, it's like Vince. He's got all the intimidation of Vincent. Like if you took an intimidating dude and you stuffed him in the Vincent robot from Disney's The Black Hole, which is already a very intimidating robot.
Okay,
you get Mercer. He's fucking double scary.
Yeah, no, he's frightening when he wants to be. I think he's got that soft gooey center though. I do think there's another side to Mercer for sure.
In the West Side Story inspired musical with him and Princess later in the season.
Yeah, will or won't they be dressed like cats?
I want to see the man underneath the black hole armor.
Yeah.
Oh, I could also get down with a cat space musical. I want to see Princess singing "Memory" to Mercer.
Sure, I want to see Mercer licking his butthole. All right, Rosita enters Stephanie's apartment at Eugene's request and doesn't find her there. So she takes Eugene down to the station to file a missing persons report. Ghost Stephanie on the fire escape is not good. This is where you start to cross the line, man.
It's the line. The line's there. It's like this is still appropriate behavior.
But you're shading into insanity, right? Like when you're seeing apparitions of your not even long lost love. This is the short lost love.
But man, it's the how the first one hits hard. Like sure. I think it's like if Eugene's had a couple girlfriends, it's not been many, and it's been a while. So
yeah, he's been down to the record shop
about this.
Yeah, and he's been listening to the Sheryl Crow albums, and he knows the first cut's the deepest.
But also like it's also weird how. Again, the show's wanting to do some commentary. So it's just weird how these people have like reverted back to like regular cops. They're making a wellness check. They're doing this, they're doing that. Mm-hmm. And there's a particularly like hangdog look with Rosita here. Is she on the take? Does she know what's going on? Or is she just being like, oh, Jesus, Eugene, you just got ghosted, dude.
Yeah.
You just got ghosted.
I think it's the latter.
You can't pull off the leather cowboy fedora and ponytail combo, man. I try to tell you that.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is a combination, military police outfit, right? Like this is both. These are just the enforcers of the community.
Historically, police don't make good military. Military
Right.
don't make good police. So
Yeah.
I don't know
the
if they
skills
care
to
about
kill
that, but
are not really what you need as a police officer.
yes. Although they seem to be pretty easy to find.
Hey, man. Hey, you're walking a line too. We can't get that political.
Oh no! I'm doing social commentary.
Yeah. Well, I guess try and avoid it in this next scene. Lance and Carol travel together, and Lance advises her on how to get ahead in the Commonwealth. And they arrive at a poppy farm to make a deal for supplies needed to make painkillers. Let's say. I assume that's what the opioids are for. Yeah.
You know what? Do you remember someone making the what is it? The lollipops. The heroin lollipops. I think someone was making a joke about King Ezekiel sucking on the pain relieving lollipops.
Boy, yeah.
And we're like, yeah, like maybe, but I think there's going to be a heroin lollipop plot.
It seems like it. I mean, I assume all the poppies are going through official channels once they make it to the Commonwealth, right? I don't think like Lance is stashing a couple of bushels of poppies or anything.
He's running heroin through the substandard housing to keep the populace compliant.
Is that why Eugene's seeing apparitions here?
This thing's going to go to American. What's God damn it? Requiem for a Dream, man. It's going for Requiem territory.
God. Eugene and Roman Calhoun ass. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know either.
Is it possible that the Rocky Road is laced, and that's why he's seeing apparitions?
Yeah, that's a straw. Although it didn't seem like he ate much. Can you absorb heroin through your skin?
Certainly,
because like those things just double melted all over his fists. Leading into this scene, I gotta say, was one of the most disgusting zombies I've ever seen. I call it Pumpkinhead zombie. What it was like? Was that like a malformed zombie? Was it just a zombie with its face ripped off? What was it?
I thought it was the latter. I thought it was just like, hey, we have to put prosthetics that are like multiple layers deep on a person, and it's gonna look a little bloated, but you'll get the idea.
Gotcha.
Because the skull seems
a big head look
too big for a human.
Yeah, but it is, right? It's a skull fit on top of someone's actual face, and then you put an actual face on that you rip off. So
yeah, but it looked great.
It's got some depth to it.
It
was fucking gross and disturbing.
No, I love it.
What's funny is so what do you think of Hornsby's dividing everyone up into two classes, mercenaries and patriots, and then which do you think is Carol?
Carol seems like a mercenary in this society, and really in any society we've seen her in. She's
an Alexandria patriot, Commonwealth mercenary.
Yeah, I mean, she does make bold choices for what she views as the good of the group. So, at least in Alexandria. So, yeah, she's probably an Alexandria patriot. I don't know what she is here. She's still trying to figure this place out, I think.
Yeah.
Whether it's worth being a patriot for this place, I guess, is what I'm getting from her.
Yeah, because it seems like it's... But the other thing is, like, is she even an Alexandria patriot?
I think she is a lot. She's a loose cannon too. Like,
yeah, she's the rarest of. She's like the Sigma female.
Sure,
she's like the lone wolf. Follows. She's not a leader. She's not a follower. She just does her own thing and keeps her own counsel, and then exacts unholy violence and revenge as she sees fit.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that philosophy. Mercenary patriots. I mean, when you're given like a specific set of like criteria, or when you're talking about a certain set of things, I guess you could put everybody into one of those two categories. But people are complex.
I think there's at least a third category, which is a pant shitter that doesn't do isn't going to do either. You're just
Sure.
not going to get him to do something.
Yeah, like Negan before he grew a pair, I guess.
Yeah. The Sigma pants shitter.
Oh boy. No one shits quite like that. Yeah, the whole thrust of this early scene here is that the guy running the place, whose name is Moto, says his workers are on strike until they get a raise, and that'll be important later.
Interesting. Workers rising up, revolting.
Yeah.
The bourgeoisie swine stealing their wages.
Yep. Really taking some big swings here.
Poppy field workers of the world unite. It's funny because when they're rolling up here, I'm like, is that a poppy field? This looks like something straight out of goddamn Wizard of Oz. And then we roll up to like what looks like a Colombian drug camp. This is something straight out of Pablo Escobar's playbook. And I'm like, oh my God, The Walking Dead is going to comment on all the things this season.
Yeah, I mean, they're running out of time, so...
We're throwing a Sicario plot in with our, all the President's Men and all the other shit. Can we have a nuclear factor, like a nuclear reactor, so we can get a little Chinatown in here too? Or, not Chinatown, the China Syndrome. What the fuck was that?
I don't remember the name of it. I've never seen it.
Anyway, we gotta get nuclear safety in here so we can comment on that too.
I'm just gonna say that the next scene is a Connie and Kelly scene. And do you know which scene this is? Because I would like you to try and describe what's happening here before I describe it.
So Connie and Kelly arrive what I assume is a photo op that's been set up by the Commonwealth to kind of show what the troops get up to outside the city. And I'm guessing it's to boister their claim that, our troops have post-traumatic stress and sometimes they go woo, and here's why. And then Mercer just gives them she's getting a weird vibe from Mercer, and she's observing something. I don't know what it is. Did I come close?
Yeah, no, you got pretty close there. Maybe they don't need subtitles, because I mean, you probably went deeper.
Lauren
than
and Angel
this scene
killing it,
killing
it. Just silent movie performance.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting into like the real, end goal of this mission. It is really like the way they describe it. It's more just like a distraction for Connie, so she won't, be around to investigate the other real shit. And also, I will say, it's kind of a loyalty test as well from the newspaper. Like, we're going to send you on, this kind of puff piece for the military, and we want you to fucking write what we tell you to write. And if you come back with anything else, like, that's the impression I get.
And I like that, like, Kelly's consistently, I think Kelly wants to play ball. It's like they're conjoined twins, and that, like, she's the interpreter and Connie's the journalist, and she's like, God damn it, I have to say this thing. But I will say the one thing I think helps is that American Sign Language is a pretty expressive language.
It is,
like,
yeah.
You get, like, first of all, they're like signing things that like kind of make sense. Not all the things, like, conceptually, but like, some words are like acted out, and they're usually she's mouthing the words and just putting a lot of like performance into the communication. So it's like, even if I don't understand every other word, I'm getting a lot from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's move on to Princess visiting Eugene to cheer him up, and finds out he's going full True Detective, sniffing the fucking metaverse and making dream boards to find Stephanie.
Yeah.
I kind of need to run through all of this stuff because it's all one piece here. Okay. Where, like, he has this flashback. He's following some dude who he knows was there that night. He questions him. The guy says, I was fixing a clogged sink. I'm a plumber. Eugene doesn't believe him, so he follows the guy to his plumbing store.
To a plumbing store. Yeah.
Right. And finds out that there are, like, basically he doesn't believe this is a plumbing shop because he thinks there are a bunch of suspicious things happening. And he eventually comes to the conclusion that the government tried to kidnap Stephanie, but she got away. And so he needs to go expose them for something before they find her. He doesn't really know anything here.
No, he just has suspicions, and he has one rock solid fact that he knows, just Stephanie loves him.
Sure. This is where the episode totally loses me. I think this is
that's what I'm saying.
Plot.
Like I just hesitate to say that anything that Eugene had done before was over the line. It was certainly approaching the line, but the line was somewhere between the last scene and this scene. And he the red yarn board that you've gone over the line. And I kept on laughing out loud. The guy's like, well, I'm a plumber. Well, I didn't trust him, so I followed him back to his plumbing supply store. Mm-hmm. And he's meeting all these guys and doing all this stuff. And
the guy tells him, he asked, did you see anything weird that night? And I expected the guy to say, yeah, I saw somebody fucking breaking and entering behind me as I went out. Some weird dude in a fedora and a trench coat.
Did I don't know. The thing that I felt like there's a couple facts that they established, but they never go back to that would be smart. Like the fact that the other thing that Eugene knows is this guy said he was there to fix a clogged sink, and he walks out and it doesn't have any tools.
Yeah.
That is kind of hard to explain. That is super suspicious. But he mentions as an establishing fact for why he followed the guy, and then they never there's multiple points in the episode where it would have been handy when people are like, well, you're kind of at the end of your rope. You don't have any leads for him to point out some of these things that were suspicious. Because, again, this is super inappropriate behavior for anyone to do. But Eugene's cool only because he was 100% right about the conspiracy.
Yeah. But he's still huge dumbass, too. They're showing these flashback scenes, and they're showing most of these people in silhouette in front of the plumbing store. I'm like, okay, well, that's clearly Lance. Okay, well, that's clearly Stephanie. And Eugene says, I staked the place out, and there were the same four people going in and out all the time, and I saw them. It was the same four people. But he couldn't identify the people? He could only identify that they were the same silhouette? He couldn't identify Stephanie? Fake Stephanie?
Yes, this is a problem
from these silhouettes.
I know. That's the thing. It's I
didn't fucking live with her. I didn't give her my apartment key. Come on, what?
Yeah, no. I mean, they're Hollywood hid. They're in silhouette. Yeah. They're in shadow. You can only see their so you're supposed to understand that these are just unknowable things. I don't know.
But he realized they were the same four people. Just not which four people they were.
Which means and he didn't follow. This guy didn't follow any of them home. He maybe he was because he doesn't have time. That's the other thing is the other thing that's really weird in this episode is that the cops give up the search after 3 days. Which yeah. I mean, I don't know what would happen if a police officer is investigating a disappearance and they find a person and they say, yeah, actually, I just don't want to be found. This guy's creeping me out and I want the cops will be
They'd probably tell him,
hey,
right?
We're closing the case, or they're just like, hey, she doesn't want to be found, or I don't know.
I would hope they would say, yeah, we found her and she doesn't want to talk to you.
I guess they probably have to. Yeah. They close out the case. But
I don't know. This scene I think is bad for many, many reasons. The least of which is it's just fucking ridiculous. And then there's just continuity errors in this scene. Eugene says there was the co-conspirator number 2 who came to be known to me as Beanie Hat Man. And they show the picture of the guy, and at the top of the thing it says Beanie Cap Guy. He's not even using the right nicknames for his own dream board shit.
Beanie Cap, Beanie Hat, yeah.
Yeah, Beanie Hat Man is not the same as Beanie Cap Guy. Why couldn't you get that right? I don't know. It's just little stupid stuff that The Walking Dead always fucks up, right? Night to day transitions, those kind of things, those little things.
Yeah, they had a solid rain transition here.
Sure.
So but no, I think yeah. The yarn board, it was a lot.
It was. All right, Lance fishes with Moto, the poppy foreman. He works out a deal for a raise for his workers if they produce more, which to me is not a deal at all. That's just
dude. Yeah,
the economy. Oh, really? They work harder and they produce more product, and you pay more. Yeah, you pay for product.
Yeah,
that's it. How is this a concession at all?
They run that scam on work, and I've fallen for it when I was in my youth. Like, I was in my early 20s, and I asked for a raise, and like, oh, things are tight, but if you could hit this performance metric and that, it's like, well, I'm asking for a raise because number one, inflation just took a 2% bite out of my ass, and I haven't gotten nothing. Mm-hmm. Number two, I've been doing my job well. I've earned you money. I want my cut on that. So it's like, oh, you want to work extra to get the. It's all fucked. It's all fucked. I'm glad that people are waking up to it. Even The Walking Dead.
And here it's not that he's paying for extra productivity, right? He's not even saying like work harder and you'll get paid more. He's saying if you produce more product, I will buy it. Like that's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought that they were going to get a little bit like incentives. Like if you produce more, then you'll proportionally get paid more for the thing.
I mean, maybe. They don't really lay out exactly what the deal is.
On paper, it's horseshit. But, like, yeah, I don't think it's twice as... But and it's just funny, like, that it's just really funny. Of all the things, you could have a farming cooperative. You could have had a blacksmith, doing custom tooling and stuff. Like, you had to go with a drug operation. It's just, I just think that's really funny. And also, what's the deal with them not being part of the Commonwealth? They're like, they're part of the Commonwealth, not part of... I actually think this is a private Hornsby deal. I think this is something that, like, this is like a private fiefdom. But, yeah, maybe. I don't know. The thing is this is such a weird situation that, like, none of all the pieces kind of fit the puzzle. Let's go. I want to see the end of this before we talk about it more.
Yeah, it strikes me as kind of risky to bring in an unknown, a potential mercenary and or patriot like Carol, if this is like your little secret. But
right.
He has a lot of these little secrets, like where he gets his resources from. But we'll see more on it. Some troopers fail colossally in defending themselves from walkers and are only saved when Mercer arrives. Then Connie questions Mercer, but not with the questions her editor sent her with. Instead, they're about Tyler, and Mercer answers none of them. We find out that the woman who Tyler took hostage was Mercer's sister, and I think that's going to be a little bit of a crack in his, let's say, adherence to the philosophy of Commonwealth.
Yeah. Which, does that mean that, because the woman they took hostage was fake Stephanie, or I guess real Stephanie.
Right. I think, I don't remember what she looked like, but...
So Mercer and Eugene are going to be kind of bound together by this, it seems like.
Oh, God. Eugene's going to be his brother-in-law. That sounds fucking terrible.
It's literally the only way Eugene would ever get an invitation to the barbecue.
True.
I think you're underselling how pathetic this opening scene was. I had on my notes, if this guy gets bit wearing all this fucking armor, I'm quitting. Like, you wearing this shit, you should be able to dive into a mosh pit of zombies like Uncle Scrooge diving into his fucking money bin.
Right?
You should be able to backstroke through these fools.
The only thing you're concerned about is being crushed to death or asphyxiated, right? Under a pile of walkers. That's it.
Yes. And these guys coming at you once you got your injured compadre into the car, you should have just been. They were coming in like onesie twosies, man.
Yeah. This is pathetic.
This is your military. Like, these guys are the ones that passed your fucking fast houses and your cooperation houses. How did this happen?
Right. This is
you fought a one arm sharing a knife, and now you're just like, oh my God, a zombie coming out. This is so stupid.
The shit that Walking Dead does. This is it, right, man? This is the stealth walker. This is the trained, grizzled survivor not being able to handle a single walker because it is scaring them. The thing is, they could have staged the scene where this guy is truly getting mobbed, and he's trying to protect the guy who's got a bum leg or whatever, and Mercer has to come in there, but like they achieved the goal of making Mercer like a complete fucking badass. Right. Like,
you just hear him like squelch, squelch, slice, slice, and he finally appears and he's just dripping blood. He looks like a vengeful god. I'm like, all right, yeah, Mercer is a total badass, but it makes the Commonwealth's army look really fucking lame.
Yeah, it makes it look like he's the only guy holding this civilization together, because if he dies, his army cannot take over.
I mean, you think if that's Daryl or Rosita in that armor, this scene's a joke. Like, this just like, Mercer doesn't get his heroic moment. It just, I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know. The other thing is like, is this plot feeling? I don't know how the comic book goes, but is this plot feel a little bit too small? Like Mercer, who is the supreme commander of their army, has a sister who is the decoy, Stephanie, who is also the aide de camp to the governor. Who it's like it seems like there's just everything's a little bit too neat and related. Like, you don't have to forge an alliance with the army; you're just going to get it for free through his sister. It feels a little, I don't know, little rushed and lazy to me.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I look at the size of governorships of like the major cities that we have with millions of people in them, and I'm like, well, you scale that down to like 10,000. Yeah, maybe you have 5 people in the government, running the show. I don't know. It does feel a little too just so, but also I could see it with the scale of this city.
I'm just wondering, is there things like, maybe they'll explain all this, but like, why was Radio Stephanie subbed in for the other Stephanie? Was the governor's aide de camp doing radio duty? Is that one of the things she does? Like, that seems like a lower level position.
Wait, what? The governor's aide was... So
apparently this Stephanie,
the new
at the
Stephanie?
end of the episode, who's
Stephanie.
Mercer's brother, real Stephanie, Mercer's
Weevil.
sister.
Yeah.
Blue Weevil. Apparently she was the one that was on the radio the entire time. They switched her out for decoy Stephanie when they... Well, and we also know that this decoy Stephanie is working directly as like the chief of staff or like, I don't know, head page for the governor. Was she doing both of those things, or is her working as very close to the governor a reward for her doing the decoy work? Like,
I thought she was doing both of those things,
there.
but it seems hard to believe that, right? Like, if Eugene just shows up at her job at some point, like, she won't be there. It'll be other Stephanie, and then he'll recognize her voice and be like, "What's up with this?"
I guess
he maybe can't just show up there because he had to break into there last time, right? That they got into the radio room,
right?
So maybe they're less worried about that, and they can set up these meetings, artificial meetings. I don't know. You're right. It feels a little more complex than it needed to be. Like, just co-opt real Stephanie into your plan here, and she can just be Blue Weevil, and you've got no problem.
She really loves Eugene, is what I think they're going to set up.
If she loves Eugene, she might not go along with the gaslighting.
She's like, we can't do, but like,
but would it be gaslighting at that point? Seems like she could just have a relationship with him. I
guess, but it's also still like there's something scummy about it. I don't know.
Why the subterfuge?
Yeah, dude.
Why not just have the real Blue Weevil report to Lance about things? Because she might not.
I don't know. But that seems like, so this seems like a part of their overall strategy to contact civilizations, like hornswoggle, like get in there and like get the information, like identify the persons you can work with. So like,
find out what they need.
So, like, why would Stephanie catch feelings? Because she knows going into the relationship that she's using Eugene.
True.
Is she just that big of a sucker for Eugene's charm?
I guess so, man. I guess so.
He's like, she's
that big of a sucker for Eugene she's never seen. I feel like,
oh my god, this guy's an Iron Maiden fan. Just bites her fist like,
yeah.
His favorite's Rocky Road. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. She's real shallow.
Because the Eugene is hard to interface with. It's not just like off-putting in person. Like the way he talks over, it's just a pure intellect you're merging with. He's a lot on that level too.
Can I ask you one thing? I don't remember them addressing in this episode or ever since we got to the Commonwealth. What the fuck is Eugene's job? How did he earn this super nice apartment? Is it just from giving Lance information? Did Lance
I think so.
return that favor with
Alexandria?
You don't have to do anything ever. You can now just sit back, relax, enjoy the Commonwealth, and have nothing to do.
It feels like that. Yeah.
That's wild. Because Lance has already got what he needed out of Eugene.
Eugene's the Commonwealth version of a Bitcoin millionaire. You know, he took a flyer on Bitcoin. He mined Bitcoin when they were 5 cents a piece. He got a couple thousand, and he just doesn't have to work. He delivered Alexandria to the. I don't know. It seems like the Commonwealth really wants to keep him buttered up, but now they're isolating him.
But why?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. None of this stuff really makes sense.
He's given up everything he's got. The location of Alexandria.
Because the other thing is, like, if you're targeting the most vulnerable losers that you can kind of like reel in with a 1-900 ham radio station, how like. It's kind of weird that Eugene is as central to Alexandria and as influential as he is, but he's barely influential.